How you doing? I'm Darren with Kickin BBQ. If this is your first time to the channel, then welcome. If you've been here before, then welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about the best smoked chicken recipe that you may not have ever had. It is absolutely amazing, wonderful flavor, juicy chicken legs, wonderful barbecue sauce, great seasoning, all on a charcoal grill. I have about 5 pounds of chicken legs here, which was a family pack, and I got them for about $5.50. So you can feed a ton of people with this recipe for very, very cheap. You can do a pile of these. You're gonna have some happy guests. I'm gonna quit talking. Let's get in and get this recipe started right now. All right, so you can see I have my bag of chicken right here. I think this is gonna be a great recipe to kick off the official start of summer. It's a long holiday weekend. A lot of people are gonna be grilling, smoking, and cooking for friends and family, so I'm happy to show you this recipe. Like I said, bag of chicken, secret ingredient, zesty Italian dressing. This makes a wonderful marinade for chicken. I also really like it for grouse and duck when I go hunting. So something to think about if you're a hunter, giving that a whirl. It just imparts a really nice flavor on the protein, and it is gonna be amazing on this smoky barbecue chicken. So I'm just going to get this opened up, and all we're going to do is just pour this in and make sure our chicken is covered. And you don't have to use the real expensive stuff for this recipe. This was like $2 for a giant jug of it. So I'm gonna see how that's looking by adding that amount, get this in there, and you just kind of wanna work it around so all of the marinade makes contact with the chicken, just like so. And you can see here, we still need quite a bit. So I'm just gonna go ahead and drain this whole bottle. Like I said, it was cheap. And I wanna make sure we have good marinade contact on all of these chicken legs. All right, cashed bottle of zesty Italian. And I'm just gonna take the air out of this, being careful not to spill. All right, now that we have all the air out of it, I'm just gonna give this a nice rub around here. So all of our chicken now has contact with the Italian dressing. Now, you can let these go 2 to 4 hours, up to 24 hours overnight. I don't have time to go 24 hours tonight. It is my preferred method. So we're gonna give these a couple hours, 2 to 4 hours, somewhere in there, and then we'll get them prepped up for the next step in the process. However, if you do have the time, let them go overnight because they're gonna be that much better. They're still gonna be good like this, but they're gonna be that much better going overnight. So I'm gonna get these into the refrigerator. We'll pick back up in a few hours and get started. See you in a bit. All right, so it has been a few hours. We are gonna get the chicken out of the marinade and just get it patted dry so we can get some barbecue seasoning on it. All right, so once you have the chicken out of the marinade, you might notice that the chicken is turned a little bit different color. It's perfectly fine. That's what it's supposed to do. And we're gonna pretty it up with some rub here in a second. But we're just gonna dry them off and get them as dry as we can on the outside here. All right, so once you have your chicken good and dried off, you're just gonna come in with your favorite barbecue seasoning. My favorite for chicken, barbecue chicken especially, is Suckle Buster's Clucker Dust. I don't know what it is about this, but it just works. So that's what I'm going with. That's what I recommend, but I also recommend going with what you like. So let's get these seasoned up. All right, so now that we have the chicken seasoned up, I'm just gonna let it sit here and let that seasoning sweat into a little bit. I do have the S&S Master Kettle getting going right now. I have some Smoky Woods lump charcoal in the chimney rolling. This Smoky Woods lump charcoal is my new favorite charcoal. This stuff, there's no small pebbles in it, no dust. It's just nice chunks, as you can see. And I'm really excited to see how this chicken turns out. I'm not using any wood in this chicken cook. The charcoal is going to give enough wood. It's literally chunks of wood, and it's gonna be burning and giving that nice charcoal flavor. If you want to, just for a little pop of smoke flavor, I highly recommend like a small little chunk of cherry wood or some chips. That's gonna be more than enough. But for me, I like the charcoal flavor, so that's what I'm going with. Again, do what you like. So I'm gonna let this sweat in. Once it's ready to dump that chimney, I'll bring you outside. We'll get these on. I can't wait to try these. See you guys in a bit. All right, guys, so here is the Smoky Woods charcoal. You can see just nice sized chunks in there, not a lot of pebbles. We have some nice burnage there. It's time to dump these. I'm gonna get this on the tripod. We'll dump it and we'll get our chicken on. All right, so we're gonna get our charcoal dumped here. Beautiful. And I'm gonna close these bottom vents down here to about halfway open. Get the grate on. And now we're gonna get the chicken on. All right, so we have the chicken on here ready to go. I'm gonna get the lid on. I'm gonna open up my top vent to about halfway as well. And now it's just a waiting game for about 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, we'll come out and check the temperature on these, see how they're going. Once they get about 190, 195, we'll sauce them up. They're gonna be delicious. So like I said, we'll see you in 45 minutes. All right, so it's been about 45 minutes. I just temp checked these and we are sitting at around 190 degrees. A couple of these pulled back from the bone, got a little ugly. Who cares? This is at home eating chicken. Let's sauce this up. Use your favorite sauce. The sauce really doesn't matter. The secret to this chicken is 100% the Italian dressing marinade. It just imparts a flavor like none other. And a little trick here, you can see this blowout right there. That's a tendon that snapped. That is a very good indicator that your chicken is done and up to temperature. So obviously don't just use that as your temperature gauge, but it is a pretty good indicator. So I'm just gonna hit these with a little bit of sauce. You can just see it instantly makes these look beautiful. I'm just going for a light glaze on here, just like that. That's looking really good right there. Now all I'm gonna do is just get these flipped over and sauce the other side. All right, we have these all sauced up. Looking real good. Next thing we're gonna do, just pop these over real quick, just for a little bit of char on there. Nothing crazy. And right there, as that sauce caramelizes, that is the smell that reminds me of summer. Just chicken caramelizing over some nice charcoal right there. Man, that is money. It doesn't take long. We don't want to burn these. Just gonna go ahead and get these slid over. Now, just got 3 left to sizzle up here quick. That is some nice looking chicken. And that is about it. I'm just gonna let this sauce tack up for a few more minutes. The next time you see these are gonna be done inside the house. Cooled down enough, we'll do the taste test. See you in a few. All right, so here's our chicken. It is done. It is cooled off. Check that out. Beautiful looking chicken. And actually, I just got a message from my buddy, Dan, Tailgater's Barbecue Party Rub creator extraordinaire. Awesome food trailer down in Texas. I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you make it down to the DFW area, stop by Tailgaters, tell him I sent you. But he said, old man chicken. And yes, it is. This is old school old man chicken. So I'm telling you right now, you're hard pressed to find some better at home barbecue eating chicken. I want to try this. Let's jump out. Let's do the taste test right now. All right, guys, moment of truth here. We're going to try this chicken. Like I said, this is some of my favorite chicken right here, and I just can't wait to try it. Let's do it right now. I know I got sauce all over my face. I don't care. It's barbecue season. It's barbecue chicken. You're supposed to have sauce everywhere. This ain't a no knife and fork type of chicken. You see someone doing that, kick them out. You don't need that negativity at your barbecue. But for real, this chicken is amazing. It shouldn't be this good, honestly. The Italian dressing just does something special. That clucker dust lights out. Good charcoal flavor. I love charcoal flavor on chicken. Old man chicken, thanks Dan. But yeah, that one simple trick. Marinate it in zesty Italian dressing. Call it a day. You'll be a backyard hero. One thing I do want to know though, let me know in the comments below. I always like digging into one of these the next day. I don't even heat it up, just cold barbecue chicken. Maybe I'm crazy, I don't know what it is, but I absolutely love it. You guys ever do that? Let me know in the comments below. But yeah, give this a try this weekend. Feed a lot of people for super cheap. Takes about an hour to cook. Life's good. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. I hope you have a wonderful, safe holiday weekend. Don't do anything stupid. It's a 3-day weekend minimum in jail this weekend. You're not getting out on Monday, so be smart. Don't drink and drive, all that. Just have fun, cook good food, spend time with your friends and loved ones. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell, stay safe, and we will see you next time.